Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing good this evening. Hey, in today's video, we're going to plant some green manure. I'm going to explain to you all the great benefits of doing this for your garden. We're going to talk about inoculating the seeds if you might want to do that. And just all the benefits and a couple of the negatives that you might have when you put in a cover crop. Okay, so first thing is, if you're a beginning gardener, you're somebody that maybe just didn't get the results you wanted in your garden this year, please watch this video, because this is going to be one of the best ways to get back to that killer soil, to just, you know, all that live bacteria and everything working together, you know, just, this is a really great way to improve your soil. It's all natural, it's organic, and it's going to last. It's not like a chemical fertilizer where you put some on and you got to keep putting it on. This is a self-sustained, this is a way to improve your soil forever. So guys, please watch the video. Now, we're talking about a green manure slash cover crop. There's a lot of different kinds that you can plant. I'm going to be planting a ladino clover and a mammoth red clover. The reason for that is they are two, especially the mammoth red clover, is really good at fixing nitrogen. And we'll get into that here in a minute. But anything like that, an alfalfa is great at fixing nitrogen, is going to help your soil. So maybe do a little research and see what might work best for you. But I'm going to tell you why this is best for me. Okay, so if I don't even worry about fixing nitrogen, why I would want to plant a clover or an alfalfa would be, one, the roots go really, really deep. And they're going to help bring these nutrients up to the top, where the plants that I want, my tomatoes, my peppers, I want them to use these nutrients. They're going to be able to get to them, okay? Now, as another benefit, it's going to help break up my clay soil. If you've ever seen the root system on an alfalfa or a clover, it goes very deep, very thick. It's going to help break all this hard soil up. So that's a big, big plus. Now, if you have sandy soil, it's also going to benefit you, because sandy soil is real loose, fine particles. When you till this in and it decomposes, it helps hold all them particles together so it retains moisture better. Mine, it's going to allow moisture to get down deeper instead of just running right off the top. So great benefits. There's a lot, and I probably won't get them all because, like I say, I did a lot of research. There's a lot to it, but man, it really does. It's going to help with erosion. I wouldn't want to leave my garden like this all winter, you know, fall, spring. I don't want rain running, you know, any nutrients might leach off. The sun's going to hit it and make it real hard. When I plant something in here like a cover crop, you know, even though it's a green manure, it's going to give the worms something to work on. So they're going to be up there creating worm castings, which is the best fertilizer. You know, everything, it's just a huge plus. So if for no other reason, plant for that. Now, if you want to try and fix nitrogen and you want to plant an alfalfa or a clover, there's a couple things you got to think about. One, it takes a certain type of bacteria to fix nitrogen in an alfalfa or a clover. And I'm going to put it like right up here or here or something. It's rhizome, rhizbalm, anyway, I'll put it up here. But you have to understand that not every bacteria will fix nitrogen for every plant. So I bought this, and this is alfalfa and clover inoculant. You have to inoculate the seeds, which is what we're going to do here in just a second. Again, what this allows is this bacteria is going to attach itself to the roots of the plant. Through nature, that allows that nitrogen in the air to be drawn in through the plant and stored into the plant. So that way, and nitrogen is one of the big three, the NPK, especially in a corn patch. You can't, you know, nitrogen is the big one. You're going to have all that nitrogen stored up in that plant. So when you mow it down and you till it in next spring, there it is. So just be aware that not every bacteria will inoculate every plant. Now, how you'll know if you're fixing nitrogen in your plant, it'll have nodules on the roots. If you dug up the roots, them little round balls, them nodules will be pink. So if you do this and next spring you dig them up and you see that, you're fixing nitrogen. So let's get into it. I'm going to turn the camera down. I'm going to show you how I did this. I'm not going to say I'm 100% perfect. I haven't done this a lot. This is just to give you the idea and maybe help you to keep from making a mistake or two. All right, hold on just a second. Okay guys, so here's 2 pounds of Ladino and Mammoth Red Clover. Now you see how it's nice and loose? That's kind of how you want it after you inoculate it. And I'll show you what I mean, because we got to add some water to this and we don't want to get it too wet. So, and I got a trick. Oh, that's a lot of water. If I get too much in there, I got a trick. So I'm just going to mix this up. And you see how now it's kind of clumpy. Okay, the first time I did this, because I put some on another part of my garden the other day, it was like this, and it wouldn't spread, because I just spread it by hand. So what I did, I'm going to put this down here. I just added some more seed to it. And that, it dried it up. It made it where it would be able to spread a little better, if you know what I'm saying. You don't want to throw it all out there and have it in clumps. Yeah, that's a little better. You want to get it, and it could probably still be a little bit drier yet, but I just added more to it. It does not take a lot of water at all. And so that's all there is to that. Now, let me show you the inoculant. Like I say, that right there says you want to make sure you get the right kind. And you see here, that's 10 ounces, okay? 10 ounces does 100 pounds of seed. This stuff isn't real expensive. It's just not. And that's what it looks like. It just looks like a black powder. So we're just going to put some in here. You just want to make sure you get the right. So, and not every piece has to, not every seed has to be covered. And I used a lot. I probably used too much, but that's okay. You can kind of see. And sometimes your soil, it will have that bacteria naturally occurring. I just didn't want to take a chance. Yeah, that's going to spread really good. So that's what you got. Nothing hard to it. You just don't want it too wet. So let me flip the camera back up. Okay, so all I do, I just take a handful of it and I just kind of spread it around. I don't try to get too much in one spot, but again, I probably mix enough up that I might have extra. I don't care. You know, if you can see, I didn't prepare this real good. All the stuff that was there, I tilled it. I left it really close to the top where it could decompose faster. And that's all I'm going to do. Now, how you want to, do you want to rake it? Do you want to roll it? Just leave it? I researched. You can hear about anything that you want. You could rake it a little bit. You don't want to completely cover it in soil. You know, this patch that I put in over here, I didn't do anything to it. I just left it right on top of the ground. You know, so maybe do a little bit of research and find out what way you feel comfortable with doing. Some say actually take a yard roller and roll over it after you get it seeded. I probably seed a little heavy, but guys, this right here, this is what hopefully is what going to make my soil get it back to what it was before I had to leave, and get back to that really, really good, you know, everything working together just to make great soil. You know, like I say, you can put chemicals and stuff like that, but nah, I ain't doing that. So anyway, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you try it. You know, like I say, it's just, this is what I love to do. This is, you know, doing stuff like this. Hopefully here in a week or so, I'm going to be making a video where I show you it coming up. So, all right. Well, hey, you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.